hard and stressful. Like, I really admire the guys who are driving on the truck, because it was like a couple of centimeters from each side. Yeah. And he had to drive forth and back actually to a line, and it's like huge, massive, but you still have to get it through. Oh my god, it really, like, I would not work as a truck driver by any means. No. Very stressful, and but they managed to get it through.
It will be more interesting to put caravan to our farm, because it's so tight roads. So
they are probably tired of dull work, so this challenging task will be much appreciated. I don't know how they will get it on the place where we actually want this caravan to stay, but let's see. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, it was long day, long and challenging, and it's here.
Finally, after all the puzzling,
Yeah,
at some point of time I thought they will not manage it. but it's standing in our backyard. I'm so happy.
So yeah, we still need to level it. Before that, we cannot tour the caravan.
Yeah.
We thought it should be stay.
But actually it's also so late and we want just to go home because it's cold and freezing.
Yeah, but first let's drink beer, celebrate.
Yes, to celebrate a new chapter in our life, in our renovation fun.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I'm happy that we managed to bring it here. Okay, so let's go and celebrate.
Yeah, let's go.
It's very cold outside and I think I have a red nose. Always
too.
when it's cold I have red nose. Hate it.
Yeah, it's also cold here.
Yeah, also. You were asking whether the insulation helps. Probably it will help once we will start heat the space, but right now there is no warmth to be be accumulated only from us both. But we are too small energy sources.
So finally everything is here, everything done. Not everything, but
Yeah, it was quite a challenge.
yeah, it was special day and we have special beer.
It's not just special beer, it's very, 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 very special beer.
The best of the best.
It's Westflatteren beer. A lot of beer drinkers consider it to be the best beer in the world, especially this one, the 12s. Yeah, this one. It's the best beer in the world.
Let's try.
Let's do it. Christmas edition beer break. Actually, the beer is not that old. I read that the monastery was founded in 1831 and they started to brew the beer, the Trappist monks started to brew the beer in 1838. I'm so curious. That smells nice.
Yeah, when I opened it, it was nice. Fruit flavor. Yeah, cheers. For the next step.
It's sweet and it's immediately like, I don't know, like sparkles in your mouth. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's really nice beer.
You know, when everyone is talking about the beer and says, oh, it's so good, and you expect so much, and then you try it yourself because your expectations are so high, and you go there, try something, and okay, it's okay, but not that, maybe because of wrong expectations, but this is really cool.
It was to try.
Yeah, I might drink it every day. But it's very hard to get this beer because they started to sell it to the general public in 1936, I guess. Before that they were not selling it and they were just serving it to the guests and to the visitors of their monastery. And after that they started to sell it to the general public. But it didn't last long because after the Second World War they stopped selling this beer to the wholesalers, and they started only to sell it to individuals, and they only sell a certain amount of beer bottles.
So yeah, they don't do that like a business, they just...
But it's like all Trappist beers.
Yeah.
They do it only to help running the monastery. When they were opening the new brewery, they said like, we are not brewers, we are just monks, and we brew the beer only to afford to afford us continue being monks. So it's not our business, we just like support. And it's very popular, and everyone is talking, praising this beer.
Yeah, I heard about that all 7 years.
Yeah, so like you should try. It's very cool, delicious, and you should taste it. But the monks themselves, the Trappist monks, they don't like how popular they became, and they don't give interviews. They do not allow any visit requests, and they do not like the popularity that they gained. And despite the increase in demand, they continue to say, no, we will not brew more than we need in order to run the monastery and for other causes.
It's another one, blue one. What do you know about?
Blue cap? I don't know.
Yeah,
it's also very good.
And also it's like, nothing here, just cap and
They are not labeled, but all the information is on the cap. That is you should legally put on a label, it's on the cap.
It's a lot of information.
This was 10% alcohol. Updates St. Sixtus, Westflatteren.
A lot of information. Name and
That's cool. A very interesting fact that other monasteries, also Trappist monasteries, during the Second and the First World War, their copper vessels were taken from them by German occupation forces, and they were not able to produce any beer during these years. But Westflatteren, it's the only Trappist brewery that continued to operate. During the First World War, they were just not occupied by the German forces. That's why they continued to operate, and they were giving shelter to their injured soldiers and taking care of them.
Let's try. Stop talking. Let's try.
Let's try. Oh, it's different. It's completely different taste. It's more bitter, a bit of sweetness also here, but I like it.
Yeah, it was much better.
Yeah?
Because it's like rich taste. It's like it's not only some fruit flavor, it's also something interesting, and it's a lot of variation of the, and here it's more like flat, I don't know.
Calm. No sparkles in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's more predictable. Not predictable. It's also very nice. I like it. But for the yellow one, the 12s, is really like, wow, the first impression that you drink. This is more like other beers, also very nice, very good and tasty. They have only 3 sorts of beer. Also one is blonde beer, that one we don't have. These 2 beers were very kindly presented by my colleague because it's quite a distance to drive to Westflatteren.
Yeah, it's like
monastery, and we just...
It was quite interesting to taste it, but I was not ready to take all this effort to get it.
Yeah.
So I think Marina too.
And what differs this beer from other Trappist beers? There are 26 Trappist monks that live in the monastery, and they brew the beer themselves. Because in other Trappist monasteries, monks just supervise the process of brewing. It's okay, it's allowed. You still can call your beer Trappist beer, but they just supervise. But this beer is being brewed by the monks. There are 26 monks who are living or reside in the monastery. 5 of them brew the beer, run the brewery, and 5 more monks are helping to just occasionally when they need to, during the bottling process.
I think they don't want to sell it because they're really connected to each bottle. Because it's not supervising, but you touch or you control whole processes and you become really attached to the beer.
Finally, after 7 years living here in Belgium, we tried Westfalen beer.
Really nice but short experience. Let's go home.
Next week we will show you the caravan. Inside,
so
what's inside?
Stay tuned. Yeah, we will do a tour caravan.
We will tour the caravan and we will also share our plans, what we actually plan for an outbuilding next to the caravan and why we placed it over there and not in another place. Because there is a reason behind. So,
see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Like and subscribe.